Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day, and thanks for joining. How do we turn around our negative self-image to something positive? So we already discussed that through awareness and challenging those thoughts, that's step number one. Step number two is to do exposure therapy, and this week or next week we will actually touch upon the practical exercise that we could do that will slowly dissolve our faulty and horrific program to the true program that you are good. But first, let me share with you a short little story. The story was that there was this couple that brought their 4-year-old, I forget where I read this, but I read this in some self-help book. And if you know where the story is, please put it in the comments so you could share it with me and with everyone else. But I forgot where I read it, which I'm very good at that. And they came to the restaurant, and the waiter gives them the menu, and the parents look through the menu, and the waiter comes and looks to the parents, what would you like? And they put their order in, and very, very clever, I personally like this waiter, turned to the child, to the 4-year-old, and says, and what would you like? And the child says, I want French fries and hot dogs. And the mother just did the usual stuff, just to override the child, and says, he'll have mashed potatoes and meatballs, please. Thank you. And the child had a little tantrum. I want French fries. I want hot dogs. Obviously, the mother wanted the child to eat healthy. But we won't get into the deep psychology what went wrong there, because it's not the focus of the story. I have something else to focus on. And 10, 15 minutes later, the waiter comes out with the exact order that the mother ordered, the father ordered. And to the surprise of the mother and father, the waiter brought out a plate of 2 hot dogs and French fries. 2 hot dogs and French fries. And the child's face lit up and said the following words. He thinks I am real. That is so powerful. The 4-year-old says he thinks I am real. Because the child knew that he was nobody. Whatever mom and dad decided for his destiny, that's what's going to happen. I'm not real, they are real. But there was something about the waiter that the waiter felt it's important that if the child asks for hot dogs and French fries, that's what he should get. Now, again, we're not going to get into it that obviously he should eat healthy. I'll explain it another time, but this is not the focus of the story. The focus of the story was that this child was acknowledged. We'll start today and we'll continue next week. Very, very simple how you turn around that belief that you're bad. Because we spoke about the last few weeks, by saying it 1,000 times will not help. What will help is very simple. I know it sounds weird. Very simple. Treat yourself with respect and start with little things. Pretend that you are important. And how do you pretend? Well, there's maybe 20, 30 ways. I'm just going to go through just a few examples. Let's start today with one. With one example is take care of yourself. And I'm going to come with the first example that comes to mind. I had a few of them, but I settled with this one. Do exercise 5 minutes a day. I'm not talking about big stuff. 5 minutes a day. Go on YouTube or go wherever you want to go and choose the exercise that works for you. How does that help me about my self-image? Isn't that amygdala runs its own program? How is that going to change if I take care of myself? How in the world does that work? I'm going to start liking myself if I do stupid, boring exercise? Well, join me next week and I'll explain to you how that works. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Have yourself a wonderful day. And always remember, you are way greater than you think you are.